Green Bay, Wisconsin, Lambeau Field, Lombardi, they want it. Will they get it? They pay their quarterback. He's not worried. They've got momentum. We got a high-tempo practice going on everywhere. I want to know who the number one wide receiver is. To be honest, I know who it is. And they have one. I know who it is. Will I tell you? I don't know. We will talk to Jordan Love. Cannot wait. High energy, leadership style, keeping these wide receivers happy. We'll talk a little defense. Jeff Hafley, how much smoke has he given to a very busy, very confident, I know what I'm doing, Matt LaFleur. It's happy to talk to the head coach today. And then we got to get some defense in the mix, right? Rashan Gary will join the show, entering his 6th year as sort of the heart and soul of this thing, and an old head. I'm going to try to drive and talk at the same time. It's probably not going to work. I'll see you guys later. All right, fresh off of practice, Jordan Love, what is harder to keep in your head, the Matt LaFleur playbook or the individual handshakes you have with every freaking player?
It's definitely the handshakes. I mean, we got a lot of handshakes, but we practice them every day, so we get good reps at it.
Show me the Romeo Dobbs. What is it?
Me and Rome don't got one.
What?
Me and Rome don't got one.
That's going to be
It's mostly with the running backs.
So you got a new one now. Josh Jacobs, what's the handshake?
We fake up top, get a nice handshake, button up the suit, grab our suitcase. We're going to work.
You're going to work. Oh, okay. He's got a lot to do here. Big shoes to fill with Aaron Jones not gone, but love Josh Jacobs, a former leading rusher in the NFL, which we love. When I saw the individual handshake thing and I was watching him out here today, I thought that's part of his leadership style. Him having individual relationships with these players. Did you read a book? Did you go to a master class? Because flying out of everyone's mouth is Jordan Love the leader.
No, definitely not. I think it's just, it's you go along throughout your, career and you kind of just pick up things from other people, learn as you go. So I've definitely, been blessed to be able to see some, vet guys that have been here in the league, been doing it for a long time, just the way they lead and the relationships they have with people and how they go about their business. So I've been able to see that and just kind of grow my own leadership style and just be myself out there and build some of that stuff into it.
In one sentence, like on a poster, if it said Jordan Love leadership, like in a locker room, what is it saying as far as how do you define that?
Oh, I think I'm fun. I try to be out there, be one of the guys and just have a good time. You know what I mean? Can't take it too serious out there. You got to have a little fun.
I'm on a training camp tour. I was up in Buffalo. I sat next to Deion Dawkins. He said that he wants a Patek from Josh Allen.
Oof.
Okay? Josh Allen, the 13th highest paid quarterback. Mm-hmm. You just got your money. Congratulations to you and on your engagement to beautiful Ronica.
Thank you.
What is the gift for these old linemen come the holidays? They're going to come calling.
Trust me. We'll see. It's going to be a surprise, but I've heard everything from a car, from a boat, a private jet. I've heard all this stuff already.
Wow.
So we'll see what we get, but it'll be a good one.
What's the advantage to having such a young group?
I think, guys are hungry. I think guys are out there trying to go out there and prove themselves every day and really showcase what they're all about and make a name for themselves. So, I think that's the best part of this young offense is guys are going out there hungry with that mindset that they're trying to go improve it every day.
I feel like I wish I was still young and reckless because I was fearless. I didn't know what I didn't know. Mm-hmm. Do you still feel that way? Because the innocence was taken away a little bit with how the year ended last year.
Yeah, I think that's how it started was you don't know what you don't know. And then I think you go through it, go through a full season of seeing different defenses, different schemes, and, just seeing how the games play out through the course of the season. And you start learning and growing and picking up, different learning points from each game. So I think we're in a different position now going forward that, we can't take any steps back. We kind of just got to keep building on the momentum that we ended the season on.
What one specific thing are you working on to build and to grow your game?
My game, I think it's all about the consistency. I think I made a lot of good flashes last year and started building as the year went on, being able to handle protections and kind of really just take control of that and see kind of what the defense is showing me pre-snap and get us in the best play. But I think just consistency in my footwork every play, being on point with that, getting through my reads, not forcing stuff, kind of getting stuck in reads and things like that, being able to progress all the way through and just find those positive plays, getting the ball out of my hand, not taking any negative plays, but just consistency.
The vibes out here are really high. It's amazing. Yeah. So much momentum last year. I'm sure you, more than maybe anybody else, wanted to get back out here, start the year fresh. Not even from a football world, but like a human world. How do you let go of that moment in San Francisco? How did you move on?
Yeah, I mean, I think the offseason helped. And in the season like that, you were able to kind of just get away from ball. And, you watch the Super Bowl and then you're kind of done with the year and just be able to get back to living a normal life a little bit, get back to training and, obviously learn from it, but kind of just flush that out. So I think getting out of here, getting away, getting back to California and just kind of getting away from ball definitely helped out.
I met you at Super Bowl, and the Lombardi was between us. I don't know if you remember. And it was sort of a, maybe people on TV didn't notice, but there was like an energy, and I felt you were still in that moment. You were still in that play. And now I don't feel that way. I feel like you've really let it go, and I think that's a really beautiful thing. And you're more motivated than ever. Now I came all this way to find out who the number 1 wide receiver is. So do you want to just like whisper it to me?
Who do you think the number 1 wide receiver? Who do you think the number 1 wide receiver?
Well, I thought it was Dobbs because he's catching everything out there, but you don't even have a handshake with him.
Oh my God!
What is going on?
You see him out there now.
He's killing it.
Yeah, he's been killing it from day one.
Don't give me the everyone's a wide receiver. Who's the number 1 dog?
I'm not gonna say anything.
Is there one? How about that?
No. I don't think we do.
You don't think?
I think all those guys truly believe they're the number 1 receiver, and I want to keep it that way. You
can't keep it like that forever. One of them's going to want to get paid. One of them's going to go somewhere else.
I don't make those decisions.
You're worried about it right now.
We're going to attack this thing and
I knew you weren't going to answer that. So I'm going to make you pick a number 1 wide receiver for each of the following things, okay?
Oh gosh,
who's the number 1 wide receiver in Olympic race walking?
In race walk? Like on our team?
Who would be the best in the receiver room?
Oh, I think Christian Watson. I mean, he's the fastest out of the group, I think.
Who'd be the best at college football 25?
Ooh. I think Jay Reed. is probably the best gamer on the team.
Who will you trust with the rings at your wedding with Ronica?
Trust with the rings. Ooh. I mean, I'm going to trust Romeo. I'm going to put it in his hands right there.
Now you're confusing me. Who's your number 1 wide receiver in returning punts? Who would be the best?
Punts? Jay Reed. He's a punt returner.
How about chugging beer?
Chugging beer? Out of that group, I'm going to go to wild card here, say Bo Melton.
He's distributing the ball. Do y'all understand? He's lying through his teeth. And he's saying every receiver.
Where's Bo at? I'm going to bring him over here.
Who's your number 1 wide receiver in shutting up Jair?
And shutting up Ja? Oh, that's Wicks. That's Wicks for sure.
And we've hit
That's
everyone.
Wicks.
Okay, for the first time in your camp career, and I love to see this, LaFleur's got you calling your own plays in 2-minute drills. Have you gained a new respect for LaFleur in this matter? Do you like it?
Oh, I love it. I love getting the chance to call plays, and I think it just makes you, react to what the defense is doing, kind of think on the fly of a new play right after you run a play. But it definitely gives you a lot of respect for Matt and what he's got to do throughout the game and just the in-game adjustments he's got to make. But it's not an easy job, I'll tell you that.
I've been to a lot of camps, and I'm hearing a lot of quarterbacks say, my coach lets me be me. Tomlin said he wants Justin Fields to go follow his instincts. Bryce saying the same thing about his new coach. What is it about LaFleur, who I don't think it's enough credit for him unlocking things in the best quarterbacks that he has? What does he deserve credit for?
I mean, he makes the job easy for everybody in the offense. He's in all the meetings with us, and he puts so much detail into, each concept and how he wants certain things ran versus certain looks. So, there's not really a doubt when guys get on the field. They know what they need to do. So, I think he does a great job just coaching us up in the quarterback room specifically. But like you said, he lets me be me. First thing he told me when I took over was just be myself. Don't try and be Aaron. Don't try and be anybody else that's been here. Just be me and, let the chips fall where they may.
And yet when I come here, I just feel so much history. There's family. Everyone's happy. Do you remember this? I thought about you when I walked in here, and I was like, 2020, weird time, world shut down. You were out here. Do you remember? Do you relate to that kid at all?
Yeah, it feels like so long ago, honestly. But, I've grown so much from my rookie year that it's definitely night and day of the player I was. So I want to kind of just go back one day and watch the film from training camp, just see how bad I was out there.
I need your best Tom Clements story.
Tom? Oh, gosh. Tom's got a lot of stories, but best Tom story?
Jordan.
That's tough.
I'm trying to ask you questions you don't get every day.
That's tough.
What do you mean? He's been here forever.
He has. He's been here forever. So, he's got all these stories, but
What's your best story with Tom?
Tom's a guy that when you get around him, you know how he is. He's all about ball. We get in the quarterback room and we're starting right on time, close the door. There's we're gonna get straight to business, cut the film on. So it's not a lot of stories going back and forth. But I mean, we always like to put on in the meeting room, like throw some highlights of Tom up back in his Notre Dame days, and he hates it when people put up his highlights. But he's got a couple, pretty good highlights out there.
What's your favorite rivalry?
Favorite rivalry?
Yeah, like who's your rivalry in your head? Which team?
I mean, I think the Bears is a great game. NFC, NFC North rival game. And like you said, I mean, that the history goes back with that rivalry. And just, we always put up the wins, like going all the way back to from the rivalry first started. So it's definitely a lot of history. And, like, it's one of those games you gotta wake up and get ready for, because it's not an easy game. So
it's not really a rivalry, though, of late there, Jordan.
I mean, hey, you said it, not me.
What does Caleb Williams have to do to make it a rivalry? I feel there's similarities between you two, the way you came in, all of it.
No, he's a phenomenal playmaker. I love the way he plays. So I think him, just be himself. It's his rookie year. There's going to be a lot of growing he's got to do. But just be himself and take it one day at a time.
Let's make up a handshake.
What we got?
I don't know. I'm not the master. I'm not the play caller here. What are you doing?
We going right here. Bring it in, down, and then we go. Remember that? Oh.
No, I don't remember that. I'm not going to remember that. Oh, shoot. Hold on. That's why you're... Oh, God. I don't know what I'm doing. This is what it is. Jordan, we appreciate the time. The city loves you. All of Green Bay loves you, and all of Chicago hates you, and that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. We'll be right back on Up and Adams with your favorite receiver.
Who we got coming on?
Who's your favorite receiver?
Who we got coming on?
We'll be back after this. Here we are with head coach of the Green Bay Packers and the face of Bell and Healthcare, I do believe still, yes? Those amazing commercials. You're great in those,
They
Coach.
are amazing, aren't they? Wait till you see the new ones coming out.
Are there new ones?
Yeah, I'm in there with Tucker and Luke Musgrave, and that was actually pretty fun to do.
Really?
Those guys, they're quite the characters.
Are you getting more comfortable doing the commercial stuff?
Yeah, I'd say so. It's just like it's reps, right?
Yeah.
Anything in life.
Breaking news, there's new ones coming your way, Green Bay Packer fans. So I get here to practice. I'm trying to keep up with what's going on, and you're just running like a halftime show. Like there's like things changing every you did like a 2-hour, 2-minute drill today. What's with the tempo, Coach?
We're always trying to change the stimulus, so to speak, and put the guys in different situations to see how they react. And it's every day we have something new for them.
I'm going camp to camp. I'm trying to, figure out what the big questions are. What is it like to have the quarterback spot not be one for you?
Oh, it's relief. It was a painful couple days, but I figured something was going to happen sooner than later, and it was just good to get them back out here. Obviously, with the quarterback position, that takes on a natural leadership position, and when you're missing your guy, things aren't as maybe urgent as you'd like them to be. And so when he got done and got back out here, you could just feel a difference in the energy.
Urgent is the word, sort of. Is that, or would you agree with that, or is there a different word that sort of defines your camp or your last 6 months? I feel like even just watching practice, you wanted to get the deal done. I loved last year, and I have a lot of Packers, fans in my life, and they're like, house money. This was great. I'm like, no, that's not it. There's a window. And I loved your presser at the end of the year where you're like, we got to go. Urgency seems to be the word.
Yeah, I think that's in our business. I think if you relax for 1 second, people are passing you by, and you got to work each and every day to be your best. And, that's the thing that you got to be most mindful of, I think, because it's easy to get consumed and caught up in the day-to-day and just not having the end goal in mind. But, you have got to work every day to improve because there's somebody else out there that's doing that.
So preseason action is here. You don't have a question about your quarterback. What's the next question that you need answered through these next couple of days?
Well, I just think, throughout the course of training camp, you're kind of forging your identity, who you're going to be, and it's going to be great to see some of these guys get into real-life game action and see how they respond. Certainly there's a lot of position battles that are still up for grabs, and you're trying to round out your 53-man roster. So there's a lot of competitiveness that we're looking to see from our guys, and we're going to play our guys too, in at least in 2 of the 3 preseason games, if not more. We'll see. But I would assume most of those guys are going to be I'm not assuming. Most of those guys are going to be playing versus the Cleveland Browns.
You say that so confidently. Is it like a hard decision to come to, or do you just know? Is it does it keep you up at night? Reps and risk.
Yeah, certainly the risk is something that bothers you because if something bad were to happen, I mean, it's a kick in the gut. But I just think what we learned going through it last year was the first time we really played most of our guys in the preseason. I thought it certainly benefited us in week one. I think there's something to just the whole process of getting ready to go play a physical game. And lucky for us, we've got 3 different time slots to get these guys so they know their rhythm for that day. We got a noon kick, we got a 4:30 kick, and we got a nighttime kick, a 8 o'clock kick, or whatever it is. So I think it's just a great opportunity for those guys to, get mentally prepared for those time slots because that's when we play throughout the course of the season. Obviously week 1 in Brazil, it's a nighttime kickoff.
Wild.
And then we have a bunch of noon kicks after that. So I think it's just good for those guys to go through that process.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait for your questions to get answered. There's so many stars. There's so many, everybody, the receiver room's amazing. There's all this selflessness going on. Jordan Love's really impressive from a leadership standpoint. Obviously what we know we can do on the field. What was the one play, and I want like a really specific play that that earned him that contract, that you said absolutely all in? Was there one moment?
Well, there was multiple plays, but I would say the most impressive play that I saw him last year was when we were playing Dallas. They presented a look of all out pressure. He changed the protection, left the routes on, and he hit Wicks for the touchdown. And it was quite similar to another play earlier in the year when we were playing the Chiefs, and he had Christian Watson over the top on what we call a Skinner route. But he had a lot of great plays, but I would say just in that moment, to be able to have, the urgency and being able to think clearly in a high-pressure situation and go out there and execute, I think that was big time.
Last one for you. You have the Rams this year, your brother, of course. What's it going to be like? What's it going to mean to you to face him for the last time, since we all know what happens? He's going to be head coach there the next year.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. I'll probably throw him like I always do in a headlock before the game. No, it's always fun going against your buddies. Obviously Sean and I are like brothers as well, but I think I don't know what our series record is right now. I'm gonna have to look that up afterwards, but I feel like he's got a few on me head to head, so we got to make sure we even it out a little bit.
I think it's the last one. I think he's going to be a head coach, and then it'll be a nice little rivalry for our NFL coach. Thank you for the time. Appreciate you always, and good luck this year.
Thanks, Gay. Appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll be back after this. Here with the heart and soul of this defense in Green Bay at practice on a beautiful day. A smiley Rashan Gary. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I haven't seen you in 6 years, since before you were drafted. Now you're here in Green Bay. I can't believe it's your 6th year. Isn't that insane?
Yeah, time is flying. Time is flying by, but every year it's been getting better, and I've just been loving the journey that I'm on.
It's your 6th year. This is a young squad. You're in your mid-20s. Yet you've got to assume the role of old head. You are a veteran on this team. What is that like?
It's crazy, just to think that, I'm a vet now. A lot of players look up to me, but, it's something that I always wanted and asked for and prayed for. So I'm happy that I'm in that position, and I'm just trying to make the best of it.
You had some incredible games. I have a lot of Packers fans in my life, so I remember them. You had a couple, 3-sack games? Big ones last year. Your peers voted you number 50 in the NFL among all players. That's a huge, huge honor. What does that mean to you?
Just a blessing. Just shows that my hard work, is being seen, and my peers is respecting my game. So I appreciate everybody that voted for me, and it's only time to go up.
Where would you vote yourself?
Number one.
Number one.
But we're going to get there one day.
Yeah. This practice seemed a little insane to me. I was trying to keep up with what was going on, and as I'm looking at one thing, I felt like I was watching a Super Bowl halftime show because everything was changing, the goal, everything. What is that like, and what was today and this energy of this camp like?
Yeah, practice been a lot of up-tempo, moving from period to period, so it's not a lot of downtime, and that's something that we need as a team. That's something that we've been doing is going to prepare us for the season. So I love the high tempo. Sometimes you might be tired, but that's how the game going to be. You still got to push through and be resilient. There's
so much family back here. It's adorable. Everyone's having the best time. It's very Packer. It's very amazing. There was the family night. I think it was last night?
Yes.
I didn't get to go. I was stuck in Charlotte. I wanted to be there, but I heard the D-line was dominant. I heard y'all were crushing it. Is this the best D-line in the NFL?
Oh, of course. But, you know, instead of me saying it, we got to go out there every Sunday and prove it. But, you know, we have the talent. We got all the names on the list. We just got to be consistent and keep pushing each other.
Wyatt, Clark, you, Preston Smith, what is it about the D-line that makes it so dominant?
Oh, man, just the bond that we have and just understanding each other why and just knowing, you know, every time we put our hand in the ground, you know, what the game mean to Kenny, what did the game mean for D-Wide and Preston, and vice versa for me. So just going down there, understanding our standard and just understanding the whole team feed off of us. So if we making plays early, you know, running our mouth, the whole team going to start doing the same thing.
Speaking of running your mouth, Jeff Hafley, he uses his voice, I hear, quite a bit. What do you make of him? You've been very vocal about your support of your DC.
Oh, yeah, I love him. I love the energy that he gives. And number one, I love how he just challenges best players to be the best players, because your best players need to be playing their best so you can win. So just his energy and just how he got everybody flowing to the ball and just, you know, holding our standard, man. Never had something like it.
I hear you're going to have your hand in the dirt more. What does that mean?
No, less thinking, less, you know, dropping back into space, more reactive, being more quick to the point, and, you know, hopefully cause more havoc.
I was going to say more sacks, right? That's what that would lead. Do you like the change? Like when you know, sort of, did you ask for it? How did that go?
I guess Coach LaFleur did his research throughout the offseason and looked at his players and found out this is what you want to do. And so far from OTAs, been learning the defense, been loving it, just flying, putting your ears back, and just we've been preached attack.
These poor quarterbacks that you're facing. Do you want to know some of them? I'm sure you do. Jalen Hurts, Tua, Goff, Purdy, Caleb Williams twice, possibly J.J. McCarthy. Which one are you most excited about?
Each opportunity, man. I hope I'm able to say hi to all of them.
You want to say What is the hello? What is the greeting from Rashan Gary to these quarterbacks? What is the hello?
You know, hey, nice little slap on the, you know, can't say it, but nice little slap on the butt. I'll see you again.
Oh, I thought you meant like you wanted to sack the you-know-what out of them. I thought that was going to be the hello you're talking about.
Everybody understand.
Yeah. You know who's talking trash? The Jonathan Owens character. He's already talking trash in Chicago. Why do I have to wait till week 11 for this to be settled?
Who's talking trash?
Jonathan Owens.
About what?
I think just about, you know, the rivalry. No? You don't hear it?
He got to be just saying that. But he don't understand how the life is over here. And I don't want to. J.O., stop it.
Okay, we're going to end this on a positive note. The white helmets. I not only think that no one's more excited than you, but it's a rare thing, like, you know, very traditional here. To get the alt is amazing. I feel like it happened because of you. How much politicking did Rashan Gary do to get this done?
I don't know personally myself, but, you know, I think J Love had a lot to do with it.
Really?
I don't know if he's told y'all, but I think he had a lot to do with it. But I love the white gold, love the white face mask, and I can't wait to wear them.
What do you mean? Like he said, I want this uniform? Tell me.
Those conversations got to keep tight, got to keep in the locker room. So I really can't tell you what he said.
Your quarterback seem any different now that things are all settled and there's no questions?
J Love is always the same, man. Don't matter what's going on in his life. Don't matter, you know, how the day going. He's always upbeat, always motivating, and you know, pushing to be great.
Yeah, he got knocked down today. I saw. He took a sack at the end of practice.
Yeah.
Trying to get better.
Just trying to get better. That's all you can do.
Rashan Gary, we so appreciate it. Good luck this year. I just think the NFL is better when the Packers are dominant, and I know it's going to start with week 1 this year.
Absolutely.
Enjoy. Take it easy on my Bears, maybe.
Can't do that, but
all right, poor Caleb Williams. He's going to say hello to you. He's going to pretend it's nice, but it's not going to be so nice. Oh, he's waving. That's terrifying. We'll be back after this. I thought we might get Jair Alexander. Couldn't get Ja. Excited. Who did Jordan Love say that shuts him up the most? Wicks?
Yeah, Dontavian Wicks.
Jordan Love, all pro talker, all pro distributor, all pro couldn't, you know, try to give him a little bit of a mind bender exercise to reveal who the number 1 wide receiver is. Couldn't get it out of him. I kind of understand. Okay, here's how I feel. I understand the advantages of not telling a defense who your number 1 guy is. But there's also huge advantages to having a number 1 wide receiver that commands the respect of your top dogs on D. So
yeah.
I don't know if I'm into this no name, no wide receiver 1 thing. By the way, it's not going to last.
Yeah, I mean, all these guys are so talented. At some point, they're going to want to get paid. They're going to want the ball, things like that. But it worked really well last year.
Yeah.
Dobbs has been the talk of camp. He's making plays out there all day. Christian Watson is
Which
back
we put
healthy.
on the map because Nixon came on and said he gives him that smoke.
Yeah, and Christian Watson being healthy is huge for
Yeah.
them. So I think those are going to be the two, and then Reed operating out of the slot and making some play. Like it's going to be a fun offense.
It's an embarrassment of riches situation. It seems, interestingly enough, like Jacobs isn't the story, which says a lot about Jacobs.
Yeah.
Because to me, the story is no Aaron Jones. Heart and soul means so much. And that's not really a story here. And it says a lot, especially because there are questions on the offensive line. So it's interesting that, like, Jacobs is out there just doing his thing. They're running, like, up-tempo stuff. Coach is going through it right now. Coach is amazing because he came and hung out with us. And he's got a lot he's going through and getting everything set and stuff. They got preseason action. He seems really confident to me. Which is a big deal with LaFleur, that he's like, this is what I want, this is what's going on. He doesn't have the concern or the worry about his quarterback either. I'm trying to think of my other impressions here. It's, the chemistry thing it's important. Talking about the leadership style, it's not some throwaway, like, let's talk about how you're keeping these guys happy. And I would say, like, they've got Vrabel in this locker room. I think he doesn't get a lot of credit for keeping these guys happy and together and gelled in that wide receiver room, but he deserves it, and so does LaFleur, of course, for making it all go.
Yeah, and you can see it out here. The chemistry is real, and Josh Jacobs, you mentioned, it seems like he just fit in seamlessly. You get a rushing champion in the building, and yes, there are things with Aaron Jones that you can't replace, but Josh Jacobs is really freaking good too. So it's an air of excitement out here from this fan base and from the team itself too.
Chris is over here trying to give me, he knows I'm going to call him out. I told him, give me a 30-second rap, and he literally just did this. Chris, what was that? Chris, what was that? Jordan Love handshake would never do. We have 10 seconds? 10. No, I'd like to thank everybody here at the Packers. The Packers could say, absolutely not. Go away. We don't need it. They let us come by, which is amazing. So welcoming. A warm, warm hug from really what you feel when you walk in the door is the history and the beauty and why we love the NFL. So big thanks to everyone, to Jason, to Tom, the entire comms PR staff, all the interns helping us get to where we need to be. This crew amazingly here in Green Bay. And yes, Packers are going to, I think, kick it off week 1 like they should have ended it last year. And they'll get past and they'll be formidable, which makes the NFL a fun thing.
Yeah, and they're going to be a shot out of a cannon. You can sense it from LaFleur. You can sense it from Love. This is going to be a big year for the Packers.
Yeah, with Dobbs as their guy. All right, bye.